Hello everyone, my name is Abubakar Salim and welcome to my channel. In this tutorial, we are going to learn about a very important concept in C++ and it is known as decision making. Now, so far we have discussed simple programs that do not contain any condition. But from now on, we are going to discuss about programs that will be using conditions. And to implement those conditions, we'll be using decision making structure. So the first thing that we are going to discuss in decision making structure is known as if statement. Whenever you want to choose between two cases, you use if statement. For example, you have to check whether a number A is greater than number B. In that case, you will be using if statement. I'll be explaining this with the help of different programs. So let's suppose you have a variable a whose value is 5 and variable b whose value is 6. Now you have to find out which variable has a greater value. Now while seeing this, you can see that b is greater than a, but how this program will get to know that which variable has a greater value? To calculate that, we will use if statement. If is the keyword. If a is greater than b, error and so if a is greater than b, this is the syntax of if statement. You have to write if the keyword first, then you have to put the brackets, we call them parentheses. In the parentheses you have to write the condition. Here condition is written with the help of arithmetic operator. You can also use logical operator depending on the requirement of the program. And after that you have to put curly brackets, and in these curly brackets you have to write the body of if statement. So let's suppose I want to write see out hey, if a is greater than b, then we will be displayed with the message hey. And let's suppose if b is greater than a, we can say that see out what are you doing. Similarly, if a is equal to b, we can write pleasant. I don't know whether I've written the right spellings of pleasant or not. You can tell me in the comment section whether the spellings are right or not. But here you can see that I have written three if statements here, and I'm checking, I'm comparing the value of a and b, and in every case I am printing a different value. So let's suppose, let's test this program. Let's run this program and see what's the output of this program is going to be. So when I will run the program, the output is going to be what are you doing. Now we have written three cout statements, print statements in this program, but only one message has been printed on the screen. This nature of program is because we have used if statement. Now you can see the value of a is 5 and the value of b is 6, and in the first statement I have written if a is greater than b. If the value of a is greater than b is true, then the portion that I have written in the brackets of the first if will be implemented. That's how if statement works. If the statement condition is true, then the statements will be executed. And if the condition is false, the statements will not be executed. Now you can see I have written if A is greater than B. Since the value of A is 5 and the value of B is 6, this condition is false. So the print statement hey has been excluded, ignored by the program. The second statement is if B is greater than A. Now you can see the value of B is 6, which is greater than A, which is 5. So this condition is true. That is why the output in this case is going to be what are you doing? Similarly, the last state condition is also false if A is equal to B. So the last statement will also be ignored. Now you can see the output again. You'll get to know why this output is being printed on the screen. What are you doing? Because the second condition, which is B is greater than A, is true. That is why the output is what are you doing? Similarly, let's say that let's change the value of B. I'm going to assign 5 to B as well. Now when I will run the program, the output is going to be pleasant day. Okay. Now the first and second condition is false, but the third condition is true. That is why pleasant day has been printed on the screen. Similarly, if I assign 4 here, now the output will be hey. So this is how the programs are executed, and this is how the if structure works. You can see different practice problems as well to practice more about this if statement. You can do it by just opening the Chrome and you can write practice problems of if statement, and you can also add C++ here. So let's practice one program as well. Take level 1, take values of length and breadth of a rectangle from user and check if it is a square or not. Now we can do this program. And how can we do it? Well, we know that the value of length, I'm going to change the name of the variable to make it easy to understand. I'm going to assign it length and width. Now we know that in a square is a shape whose length and width are equal. So we have to check whether the given dimensions represent a square or not. Okay, so we can do it by using if statement. If length is equal to width, if this condition is true, we are going to print cout it is a square. Okay, and if it's not, now when I will run this program, the program will display nothing on the screen. There is no output on the screen because the condition is false. Now we also have to mention that the for the false condition as well. So we can do it by writing if length is not equal to width. Now when you will run the program, I'm going to print not square. This is the output that I'm going to print now. So in this case, the output is going to be not square, yeah. because the value of length and width are not equal. So the second condition is true. If I put 5 here as well, then the output is going to be, it is a square. So it's just an example that I have discussed with you. There are different examples that you can check and practice. And if you want to learn more about operators, you can see the video of operators in the playlist. I will also uh, mention it in this video as well. You can check it out. You can watch that video. You can learn more about the relational operators that I'm using in this program. We can also use logical operators to create conditions, like you can see in the second condition here, if length not equal to width. So this is also a relational operator, and it is created with the help of logical and relational operator. Similarly, you can learn about or operator and operator. I've discussed all this in the previous video of operators, and if you want to learn that, you can watch that. Similarly, if you want to practice more programs, you can just type practice programs on Google, and you'll see different examples and you can practice them yourself. Sim if you have any question, you can also always ask in the comment section, you know that. And if you like the video, you can subscribe my channel, and you can share it with your friends. Thank you so much.